Hi again. Today, cut already. Hi again. Today I want to talk to you about my Agatha Christie DVDs and what I sort of do with them as far as my Agatha Christie books are concerned. Now, I am an Agatha Christie obsessed kind of person. God, look at me. I look like I've been dragged through the bush backwards. Please excuse me. Anyway, I'm an Agatha Christie fan. Love Agatha Christie. I've got every single one of her books that she ever published up here, and then I've got a lot of sort of non-fiction books about her. So I'm obsessed. Okay, and there was a series of television films that were made, I think, over the space of 25 years. I think it was, and they were the Agatha Christie Poirot. All right, it was done by RTV. All right, and I have literally got every single one. This is such a cheap little box, but when I ordered it, I thought it was actually coming in a nice sturdy box, but it wasn't. It was these things. Now, I'm not 100% happy with this box, okay, because anything that's it's one of these, these, and I find what happens is sometimes the DVDs slip off, and sometimes this whole thing, this thing actually pulls off, like it comes out of the box. So I don't really like it when movies come in these boxes. But you know what? This has got every single one of the RTV series of Poirot, and it comes with tons of extras, and I just love it. So I have that. All right, and what I do with this is it's not going to go into my normal, I've got my DVDs down there. It's not going to go into my normal DVD haul down the bottom. What I do with this is I place it here. Can you see that? Okay, I place it here. There's all my Poirot books. All of that is Poirot at the top, and I put my Poirot DVDs there. The same goes for my Miss Marple. Also the ITV version. Now, Miss Marple, I've got the RTV version. All right. It's also one of these weird, nasty freaking cases. Okay. But this one's pretty cool because it's got little pictures on the actual DVDs. All right. So I've got all of the Miss Marples. And this is the ITV. So this is the same as the Poirot one. Okay. But this is the Miss Marple ones. But then they also brought out a whole lot of standalone mysteries of the Miss Marple mystery stories. And I actually got this one yesterday for R2 South African. It's called The Mirror Cracked, and it's actually based on a book called The Mirror Cracked from Side to Side. Okay, this one, just listen to this cast, people. It has got Angela Lansbury as Miss Marple, Geraldine Chapman, Tony Curtis, Edward Fox, Rock Hudson, Kim Novak, and Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor, oh my God, there she is. Love Lizzie. There she is. Looking awesome in all those flowers on her head. Gorgeous, gorgeous, man. Good grief. And this is part of another set, a different set. But I prefer the RTV version, okay. So this I'm going to also put with my Miss Marple. There we go, Miss Marple. There she goes in there. And then there was, in the sort of 60s and 70s, there was this woman by the name of Margaret Rutherford. She was a comedic actress, British actress. And she did 4 films based on Agatha Christie movies. There she is there. Okay, Margaret Rutherford. There's a picture of her. Old lady, she plays Miss Marple, and they've taken these movies and they've these books and the stories, and they've created comedy sketches, not sketches, but they made comedy movies out of them. Okay, poor old Agatha spinning in her grave as we speak. But I bought this, the four movies, and what I like about this is it comes with these little tiny, I call them jewel boxes, but apparently they're not actually jewel boxes. They're something else. If you know what these skinny little boxes are called, let me know down below, because I've always just called them jewel boxes. But anyway, jewel, not jewel. So it comes four little things like that. And I love shit like this. I love it when it comes up. Look how beautiful the colors are. And they've all got like different little pictures, little cartoon pictures on them. God, the sun is irritating me. There's one, there's the other one. You can see they're very comedic. Okay. And there she is on her own. Very comedic little movies based on the Agatha Christie books. So I've got those. Love this. This is, if I'm feeling like a real laugh and I don't want to like watch a comedy, I'll pop one of these in, and it's really fun. It's more fun than funny. They are all in black and white. They are pretty old, and they're all in black and white, and they're great. They're great. They're not serious at all. But honestly, if you are into Agatha Christie and you do like watching the DVDs, this is an absolute must. You must get the Margaret Rutherfords, okay, because they're just really, really cool. And it looks nice on your shelf, you know. Now, I do exactly the same thing with these. Let me show you. Where is mine? Oh, there. You see the big gap. Okay, so what I do is I have got these are all the Miss Marple books here. Those are the Miss Marples. So what I do is I take my Miss Marple DVDs and I pop them in there with my Miss Marple books. God, it's hectic when you're fat. Wait. There we go. So there we go. All my Miss Marples in one. All right. With my Miss Marple books and my Poirot books. I don't know if you guys do this. Do any of you do this with like your other movies? Like, do you have, for instance, your James Bond movies and you collect the books? Do you put your James Bond movies in with the books, or do you just put them in with your DVD collection? I don't know. There's kind of pros and cons to doing this. The cons are if you are in the mood for a Miss Marple or a Poirot or any sort of Miss Marple or Miss Marple cut or any sort of Agatha Christie movie. You can't just you're not just going to go to your DVDs. You'll have to go to your books. And if you're storing your books in a different room, so for instance, I've got a friend who she collects books. She's a massive book collector, okay, but she also has an enormous Blu-ray collection. She doesn't collect DVDs. She only collects Blu-rays, and she's got a lot of these similar to mine, okay, but all on Blu-ray. These Miss Marple and Poirot things. And she keeps her two collections in separate rooms. So in her lounge, her sitting room, she has all her books, okay, and they take up like one whole wall. It's crazy. And then in her like movie room or her memorabilia room, she's got all her DVDs. Again, take up a whole wall, but she's got all her other things. And that's where she keeps her Miss Marples and all of that. She doesn't keep her DVDs with the books. So when she wants to watch a DVD, she's got to leave her sitting room, her lounge, go into that room, get the DVD, bring it. You see what I'm saying? Whereas if it was with the books, she could just go to the shelf, take it off. But that looked quite cool. Go to the shelf, big hand, take it off, small hand. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's a good idea? Would you do this? Let me know down below. While you're down there, you can subscribe or do whatever you need to. But would you guys do this, or do you do this? Let me know how you would categorize, or not so much categorize, but let me know how you store DVDs that are closely linked to books. Would you put them with your books, or would you put them separately? I'm Matt from DVD in the Red Box, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.